How you at the gym and you let this 20-year-old, damn near teeny bop, little old young white bitch get you 50 mil? You offered a pink toe Peckerwood 10 million.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzbee, who has targeted Jay-Z.
Well, yeah, Ocho brought your name up a couple times.
Shannon really don't like me.
You know what?
I done call all the football players, man, big old dumb stupid ass. You know, so.
Charleston White didn't just talk about Shannon Sharpe. He tore into him like a man on a mission. He went all in, no filter, no breaks, and made it clear he wasn't scared of whatever smoke came with it. Charleston said straight up, Shannon's time was up. According to him, Shannon sold his soul to the Hollywood machine a long time ago, thinking the fame and cameras would protect him forever. But now those same people he tried to please are watching him fall apart, and Charleston was there to narrate the whole crash with a smile.
How you at the gym and you let this 20-year-old, damn near teeny bop, little old young white bitch get you 50 mil? You offered a pink toe Peckerwood 10 million.
He reminded everybody about the time Shannon said he wouldn't even ride an elevator alone with a woman just to stay out of trouble. But now, Charleston said Shannon was out here letting a young woman run up on him at the gym like it was a TikTok moment. Charleston clowned that move so bad, saying Shannon used to act all careful and righteous, but now he's playing himself in public. He said that's what happens when a man forgets where he came from. But Charleston didn't stop at the gym story. He made it clear this beef been brewing for a while.
I done offended and insulted everybody. Yeah. But you gotta understand, homie, I done said some horrible things about Dion and the boys. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this an alumni.
Yeah, that's why.
I said some horrible things about Dion is the modern day Bill Cosby and them boys is Theo Huxtable and yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's the modern day of that.
Cause it'll be messing up his.
This is the Fresh Prince and Bel-Air family.
Yeah.
He said Shannon had a problem with him for years, ever since Charleston started calling out football players for being big, old, dumb men and mocking Deion Sanders' clean-cut, perfect father act.
So we idolize this family. Deion is the ideal father in the black community. This is, yeah. So, and here I am attacking him in his toe in his boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, now them all sick of my I attack him, his toe in his boy. And jumped on P. Lloyd.
Charleston admitted he said some wild things, but he stood on it. He said Shannon didn't like it because it hit too close to home. To Charleston, Shannon was part of that fake TV family image, pretending to be too polished, too safe, and too controlled for the real world. He said that image was finally cracking, and now everybody could see the truth. Shannon's Hollywood mask was slipping fast. Charleston switched gears and started digging into the real reason for the tension.
Y'all know I got to get on Shannon Sharpe's ass now. Now, for one, he too mean to the bitches. I already knew he boy too mean to the bitches. I keep telling y'all, I'm the favorite uncle. I'm the uncle that they ain't got no dirt on me. They trying to throw dirt on me. They've been trying to do everything. Now, he kind of been hating on me a little bit. Now look at him. Hey, listen, boy, no. saw what Ike Turner did.
That line hit hard because it summed up everything Charleston was saying. Then Charleston dropped the hammer. He started breaking down the lawsuit that had Shannon's name trending. He said Shannon got hit with an SA battery case with a woman going by Jane Doe, and the complaint was a whole 13 pages long. He even pointed out that this wasn't the same woman from Shannon's messy Instagram live moment last year, meaning this might not be some one-time slip-up. According to Charleston, it looked like a full pattern. And when he mentioned the name Tony Buzbee, the lawyer who's gone after big names like Jay-Z and Diddy, the story got even crazier.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzbee, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Buzbee targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Buzbee want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty.
Charleston said Shannon walked right into that trap because he forgot he's not built for that kind of game. Even with all that, Charleston didn't show him an ounce of sympathy. He said Shannon tried to play victim too late, dropping screenshots, posting texts, and crying setup on social media when the damage was already done.
So I stay at the strip club with real. When you dealing with hoes and you ain't got these problems. You dealing with these little just trying to hit a lick.
Shannon claimed it was all a scam by Gabriela Zuniga, also known as Carly from OnlyFans, and her lawyer Tony Buzbee, trying to squeeze $50 million out of him. But Charleston wasn't buying it one bit. He laughed, saying Shannon had no business being caught up with a young woman like that anyway. He said any man who's been around the block knows better. You don't play in those circles unless you know how the game works. Charleston said if Shannon was smart, he'd stick to women who already understood that world.
With them, because Jesus kept them. Every man got to walk with Jesus and his 12 disciples. Didn't get to hang out with the Savior. Only a hoe did. So I know how important a hoe is. Better learn and start appreciating and leave them pretty alone. I'm telling you, he in the gym working out, looking like a big old black.
When you deal with real women, ones who know the hustle, who've been around, there ain't no lawsuits. Those women know how to keep it player, he shouted. He called Shannon out for chasing the wrong kind of validation, trying to impress women who didn't understand what comes with fame and status. And Charleston said it plain. Shannon got played because he thought he was too slick to get caught.
Put them sweatpants on. Little white girl say you got a baby in your drawer. Girl say your dick is the size of a baby. She called it, come put that big baby, black baby in me. She called it a baby black baby. Whatever she would call it. She called it a baby. Boy got an infant in his drawer. Do you know what you could do, Unc, in the ghetto with an infant size, with money, and you got fame?
Charleston ended that part of the rant by saying Shannon's downfall wasn't about luck or setup, it was about choices. He said the man traded realness for respectability, and it backfired bad. He left the hood thinking he found safety in Hollywood. But that ain't your home, Charleston said. The moment Shannon forgot that, he started losing control of his own story. Charleston painted the whole picture like a warning, a man who spent years cleaning up his image only to get dragged right back into the mess he thought he left behind.
Put them girls down at them strip club where I be hanging and fishing it. They can't even thank 50 million. They even get mad at it and say, I want it for 50 million. You could have watched this for 50,000 in the ghetto. What happened when you leave? What happened when you go across the railroad track and be over up? 50 million? How you even come up with that? Who you been? I don't even know a lawyer that even think 50 million. They would have been trying to shake a nigga down for $1 million or $2 million. And still, yeah, man, you saw what Ike Turner did.
And the wildest part, Charleston said he saw it coming all along. Charleston White wasn't done yet. He took that rant even deeper and started talking like a man giving a street sermon. He said Shannon Sharpe's situation was proof that fame don't protect you. It just exposes who you really are. According to Charleston, Shannon got too comfortable thinking he could move like a star and still get respect from the streets. He said, real ones don't get caught in setups. They read the room before walking in.
Yeah, Diddy gone, and y'all don't know how to get pussy on your own no more. Look at you, boy. In the workout gym, looking like Conto, big black slave. That's what she look like, Shannon. Big old black slave. Yeah, with that lily white girl. They gonna get you, boy. You, man, you done fuck. I don't know what you done. Listen, they got skipped too. Don't feel bad. They got skipped too. They got skipped with a job. Wasn't with it.
Charleston claimed Shannon forgot that lesson and ended up getting played by somebody who knew the rules better than him. Charleston said flat out, Shannon should have known better. When you move with seasoned women, they don't crash you out like this, he said. Charleston started talking about how street smart women, like the ones from strip clubs or the block, understand the game.
And you were kind of hating on me. You let Gilly get over there and talk down on me. Now I don't want to come to your podcast no more. You done something to a white girl. And I'm with them white folk. Hanging. I'm with them white folk. Hang that. And I believe her. I don't think she lying.
They don't run to court. They handle things quiet, face to face. You can't be out here chasing young, naive girls who don't know the code, he said, shaking his head. Them the ones who hit you with a lawsuit the moment they smell weakness. He said Shannon thought being polite and rich made him untouchable, but those are the very traits that make you a target in today's world. Then Charleston took it up a notch and made one of the wildest comparisons the internet couldn't stop replaying. He brought up Jesus himself, saying, even the Savior didn't hang with square women.
I don't think these white people sent this white girl to get you. I think you like raw meat. You like raw, you like your steak medium rare. I like mine well done, black like the cook. I'm talking about no pink. I like mine. Now I used to like white girl. Yeah, cause my daddy like white girl.
He mentioned Mary Magdalene, calling her a woman who understood the world, who knew how to move and never switched up. He said Shannon should have learned from that. Stop trying to act like a saint in public while doing wild things behind closed doors. Charleston's message was clear. Real men deal with women who already know the game, not the ones who will flip it against you the second the cameras turn on. From there, Charleston went off about the gym incident again, calling it clown behavior. He said Shannon was out there working out in sweatpants with no drawers on, basically setting himself up for a viral moment. He said, you a grown man and you know how this world works. Why make it easy for them to catch you slipping? Then he started laughing about the woman's claim that Shannon's manhood was the size of a baby. Charleston said that instead of that being something to brag about, it got turned into an embarrassment. That's what happens when you forget you're a walking headline, he said. He said Shannon should have stuck to the same type of women who came up with him, the ones from the hood who know what's what. You think a real street chick would file a $50 million lawsuit? Nah, she would have handled that in private, he said, snapping his fingers. Charleston said the deeper problem was that Shannon's lifestyle changed, but his mindset didn't. You can take a man out the hood, he said, but if he don't understand the new game he's playing, that same hood instinct will get him jammed up. Charleston didn't just drag Shannon for his personal life, he came for his character too. He said Shannon switched up his whole personality once he started getting attention from the mainstream. That man traded in the streets for suits, interviews, and shiny shoes, Charleston said. He used to be that big country dude who stood on what he believed in. Now he's just another celebrity crying online when things go left. According to Charleston, Shannon's downfall came from chasing validation from people who would never really accept him. The moment it's convenient, they're gonna flip on you, and that's exactly what happened, he shouted. Then Charleston reminded everyone how Shannon used to sit on shows letting other hosts clown him while he smiled through it. He said that fake Hollywood energy was finally catching up to him. He laughed when they joked on other black men, but now that he's the one on the floor, ain't nobody laughing with him. Charleston said he wouldn't even go on Shannon's show now, saying, I don't sit with people who switch sides. He said Shannon thought he made it to safety, but in reality, he just stepped deeper into the trap. By this point, Charleston had turned the whole rant into a street-style TED Talk. He said Shannon's problem wasn't the woman or the lawsuit, it was thinking he could outsmart a system that never wanted him to win in the first place. He said, "The same system that built you up will tear you down when it's time to make a story out of you." He told his audience that Shannon forgot the oldest rule of all. When you move out of your element, you lose your power. To Charleston, this whole thing was poetic justice. He said, "The man who thought he was too good for his people just got reminded he ain't above the game." He told his viewers that no matter how high you climb, if you forget where you came from, the fall hits even harder. You can have muscles, money, and fame, but if you don't got wisdom, you still gonna lose, he said, slamming his point home. And by the end of it, Charleston had turned Shannon's misfortune into a warning for every man watching. Don't sell out your realness for approval, because when the tables turn, those same people won't save you. They'll record it. Charleston White wrapped it all up like only he could, with fire, laughter, and straight-up lessons that hit harder than any motivational speech. He said what's happening to Shannon Sharpe right now is the perfect example of what happens when you forget who you are and who you're dealing with. Charleston looked straight into the camera and said, "This ain't about guilt or innocence, it's about positioning." He claimed Shannon got too used to thinking that his fame made him bulletproof, when in reality, it just made him a bigger target. He said, "Hollywood don't protect nobody. It just waits until you slip, then it feeds off your downfall like it's entertainment." Charleston said the streets never stopped watching Shannon, even when he was doing polished interviews and hanging with celebrities. "They still see you as one of us," he said. "So when you start acting like you better than us, the same people you trying to impress gonna tear you down first." He said Shannon traded his realness for image and forgot the #1 rule: authenticity always outlasts popularity. And now that the spotlight's burning hot, there's nowhere to hide. Charleston said the gym incident, the lawsuit, the screenshots, it's all just smoke from the same fire that's been building for years. Then he got even more raw, saying that Shannon's fall wasn't personal, it was cultural. They love building up black men just to destroy them when they start shining too bright, Charleston said. And what hurts the most is the people who should have had your back be the first ones to disappear. He pointed out how the media turned on Shannon quick, making jokes, spreading half-truths, and acting like they never supported him in the first place. Charleston said that's why he never switched sides or tried to fit in with the Hollywood crowd. Because once they're done with you, they toss you out like last season's sneakers. He also brought up how social media played a huge part in Shannon's fall. "You gave him everything," Charleston said. "Every selfie, every speech, every flex. So when it's time for them to drag you, they already got all the ammo they need." He said Shannon made the same mistake so many do, thinking that likes and followers equal loyalty. The same people hyping you up one week gonna be calling you a predator the next if the narrative fits, Charleston said coldly. He even claimed that the $50 million figure wasn't about money, it was about destruction. They don't want your cash, they want your character gone. And even though Charleston was clowning, there was a strange kind of truth under all that chaos. He said Shannon forgot that no matter how much money or fame you get, if you move like a rookie in the game, you'll get played like one. "You can't fake street sense," he yelled. "You either got it or you don't," he said the moment Shannon stopped listening to the real ones and started chasing cameras. He signed his own downfall. According to Charleston, all those smiles and brand deals came with strings attached, and now those strings are being pulled tight. Charleston said, if Shannon had kept it real and stayed in his lane, this wouldn't even be a story. But now look, he's fighting the same system that once used him for ratings. He said what made it even worse is that Shannon can't win either way. If he speaks out, they call him defensive. If he stays quiet, they say he's guilty. "It's a lose-lose," Charleston said, shaking his head, and that's the part he never saw coming. By this point, Charleston was on fire, mixing jokes, hard truths, and street logic all in one breath. He said this should be a wake-up call for every man watching, famous or not. "Stop thinking you safe just because you ain't been caught yet," he warned. "The game don't change, it just gets more expensive." Charleston said men like Shannon think money buys wisdom, but all it really does is raise the price of your mistakes. Then he closed it out with one last punch that had everybody talking. He said, Shannon thought he was a player, but he forgot. When you play in their world, you're just another piece on their board. According to Charleston, that's the real message here. No matter how high you climb, never let them make you forget your foundation. Because once you trade your soul for status, he said, you'll lose both when the lights go off. So now the whole internet's split. Some think Charleston's just being messy. Others say he's telling the raw truth nobody else will. Either way, one thing's clear. This story's got layers, and Shannon Sharpe's reputation might never be the same again. As Charleston said himself, Hollywood don't do comebacks, they do replacements. If you're locked in for the real talk, no filters, and straight up facts, make sure you subscribe, share, like, and comment to keep this conversation going.